Ladies and gentlemen, I gotta tell you, I am a big fan of professional wrestling, or as it's known today, sports entertainment. Not a shock, I'm also a fan of superhero movies. Have been for many, many years. When those two worlds recently collided in a film called The Main Event, I was very excited. As I was scrolling through Netflix and I saw that, I was instantly clicking play to watch it. Now, this film stars Seth Carr. Now, Seth Carr has been in films like Breaking In with Gabrielle Union. He's been in Black Panther. He was in the movie Her. Of course, that film with Joaquin Phoenix and Scarlett Johansson. He's been in TV shows like Brooklyn Nine-Nine and Hot in Cleveland. And oh, by the way, Seth Carr is 12. His very impressive resume now continues with this new film in which he plays Leo. Leo is going to school, he's hanging out with his friends, unfortunately getting bullied from time to time. But don't worry, Leo, because when you go home, you get to hang out with your grandma, you get to watch professional wrestling and kind of take that all in. And of course, your dad is working hard trying to make ends meet. Where's mom? Well, you'll have to watch the movie to kind of get the backstory on that. Now, Leo, like I said, is unfortunately getting bullied, and one day he finds himself running from said bullies into this old house. And wouldn't you know, when he runs into this old house, he comes across this mask. Once he puts this mask on, it gives him these special powers. Superhero? Anyways, next thing you know, he finds himself entering into this wrestling tournament. And of course, he's got the mask on. They see that he's small, but again, great things come in small packages. So this is a very heartwarming film, and I think it's dedicated to an audience of not only wrestling fans and superhero fans, but I think this is a film where people can get together with like the young kids and their nieces and their nephews and enjoy it. It's very much a family film. This film would have been perfectly suited on Disney Plus, but it's found itself on Netflix, and regardless of what platform it's on, it's still a fun movie. Yes, there are things in the film that are predictable, and yes, it kind of hits on certain beats and certain themes that we've seen in other movies. Well, what's different about this? Well, I think the wrestling theme, for one, is different, and we have that as a background. And if you're a fan of wrestling, there are a lot of cameos in this film. I can see a lot of my wrestling-loving buddies checking this out and really enjoying it. But even if you're not a wrestling fan, this is a fun film. It's a nice distraction. Is this movie going to set the world on fire? No, but it was never intended to. I think it's a nice film that you can enjoy with the family, and there's a lot of fun in it. Again, somewhat predictable, a lot of been there, done that, but at the same token, there's a lot of fresh stuff in this movie as well. I enjoyed it, and I gave it a C-. I enjoyed it for what it was, and while I don't necessarily feel it'll appeal to everybody, I still think that there's a strong audience for this movie. If you have a chance to see The Main Event, please let me know what you think. CFL_fan on Twitter, Facebook.com/WittyWhittier, and WittyWhittier.com. Thanks so much for checking this out. My name is Keith, and I'll see you at the movies.